kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Protein spill. Ready.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bears take over at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And the catch made by Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Hey, Haywood.
On second down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but all...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Hey, Echo. Pilot, 64, weak.
Defense, let's go. Check 43.
5.
Second and 11. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, team 6. Go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play down in this opening quarter. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-7. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. A first down carry here for Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Jim.
Back. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's Eric. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyrell Williams. 78 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. One play has them up past their 1st and 10.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the ball.
Go. Look, squeeze. Hey, orbit. Go.
From the gun, Herbert. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Shift, shift.
Christian, Travis.
Shift, shift. Check 13.
Hey, exit. Go on.
Press down.
Be driven.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Look at me. Zipper.
Hey, 40's Mike right there.
2nd and 5. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Now. You're out. Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A 1st down as they get 12 on the fake punt. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Alert three, alert three, alert three.
They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 13. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, high 7.
A final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to launch this thing way down. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken very short. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Airing it out deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 68 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
We got this. The Bears take over first and 10.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer.
Lions 49, Bears 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead.
The score, Lions 56, Bears 24. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 24, check 24.
Five.
Bang, 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 bang. 40's Mike, 40's the Mike.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Mike 40's Mike.
Now back to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And a 6-yard gain. 43. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Haywood.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Topper. Ready?
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Herbert. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Benjamin. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Come on, baby, let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrett Davis in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Go! Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Look at me. Score, score. You're out.
Let's see. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Hey, lock it. Hey, orbit.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is caught by Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyrell Williams, 39 yards. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Single, slot.
Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So well done there. Every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get it.
2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie! Be grip.
Off play action. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Chicago.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll run with Hill. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
60 yards. Hey, wahoo! 5.
He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They go to Johnson again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.